just came out of the federal courthouse at 601 West Broadway. No cameras, of course, allowed inside. No phones even for recording purposes. So everything had to be left outside. News media stayed outside. Those of us who went into the courtroom, if they brought phones with them, had to lock them up in lock boxes outside of the courtroom. So I took nothing in with me, needless to say. So the hearing consisted of a formal reading of the charges against Quintez Brown in the attempted in the shooting of Craig Greenberg and his staff in his office on Valentine's Day, 2022. Some of the points of discussion included the question of detention, and the defense made the statement that they understood that the law required him to remain detained in the Grayson County Detention Center, which he will until next Friday, when a detention hearing will be held at 1 o'clock also at the courthouse. And the defense asked the prosecution for any exculpatory evidence that was obtained through the grand jury proceedings, which are typically confidential. Any exculpatory evidence that would indicate that Quintez Brown is dealing with mental illness. And so exculpatory meaning that would give a reason for his actions that would sorry guys, I don't know what happened. Something downtown interfered. I think I was too close to one of the convention center things or whatever. But anyway, so exculpatory evidence has been requested by the defense from the prosecution in any of the interviews that they have conducted with witnesses, with people who know Mr. Brown. And that exculpatory evidence is to be delivered by 12 noon on Wednesday to the defense. So the defense apparently at this point does not have access to that information, and quite a few interviews have taken place by the United States with people who have attested to the fact that Mr. Brown is dealing with mental illness. So that's the point right now. Quintez Brown remains incarcerated in the Grayson County Detention Center. Evidence is supposed to be provided by 12 noon on Wednesday to the defense that has come out of all of their many interviews with people who know Mr. Brown, including information from the grand jury, which the United States has to decide on whether or not the judge used the term, are willing to release that information, whether the law allows them to release the information, whether they're willing to release the information. So, as I said, today's hearing was very brief formality in the case, but also a very important one because it first determined that there will be a detention hearing next Friday at 1 o'clock, that the United States has to turn over exculpatory evidence regarding Mr. Brown's state of mind as far as mental and emotional illness, and that he will remain detained in the Grayson County Detention Center. So that's where we are right now. And I'm going to be live in just a few moments here at a union organizing effort by Heine Brothers employees.